Hey everybody, thank you and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be back on the 83 C-10. I'm going to go over some of the little things that I've done, and then we're going to move on to some other things that need to be done. Just little things, but I think some of them little things, they add up, and it's important to do them to make everything look nice, brand new. A lot of what I'm doing to this pickup, everything that I touch, I want it to look new when I get done. I want it to function. I want it to look new. I want it to be super nice. So we'll get started. Okay, first thing is, you guys have seen the video. You know this is all installed. But there's some little things that I did to make sure this functioned right. One, the heater motor, or the blower motor, sorry. When I first went to fire this thing up and turn this motor on, it squeaked, it locked up, and it flipped the breaker, because that's basically what this is a breaker. And so instead of buying a new one, I was thinking to myself, man, I wonder if I can tear this apart. And if you look right here, there's these tabs all the way around, and you can tear them apart. And so I did. I took it apart. I sanded the armature. I checked the brushes. The brushes look good. Everything looked good. It's just this pickup had sat for so long that stuff was just starting to corrode up. And so once I sanded all that, you guys seen by the last video how well this thing blew. It didn't make no noise. And so that's one of them little things that I did. Let's see here. Heater hose. Let's move on to heater hose. So we got the heater hose in. And one of the little things is I made sure the heater hose was long enough to run through the original OE holder, heater hose holder. One goes to the radiator, one goes to the motor. One more thing here is this core support. I don't know if you guys have seen it from the last videos, but I'll show you another picture of it. I sanded this thing completely down. It was rust, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch in, all the way across here. So something was there at one point in time. I don't know if it's the chrome piece that's missing or what was there. But sanded that down and painted that. Man, and that is turning out looking good. So when I do get the motor out, when we do the motor work, all this will be satin. It'll be the same as the box over there. It'll be the same as the core support. It's really dirty right now, but all this will be the same. And it'll really make that stand out. That'll be all cleaned up, new paint. We're doing the Holley Sniper EFI, and so that'll really stand out with all this satin paint around it. Another little thing that I have done here is I have tore this gauge cluster completely apart. I went in and painted all the needles. Repainted all of them. I cleaned the glass. And so if you look really close there, these things were super, super brittle. And so the way the pickup sat and the way the sun come up or hit inside the cab, these two needles, as soon as I touched them, they broke. And so they're epoxied back together. But good thing for you guys, as I tore this apart, I cleaned it all up, thinking I was doing a good deed and another little touch. The owner, after talking to him, we're going to put Dakota Digital gauges in this. So that'll be nice. And so I think I'll just hang this one up on the wall. And yes, the clock still worked in this unit. Actually, everything here worked in this unit. So now, a couple more little things I'm going to do is, one, what better time to paint the steering column than right now? I don't really have to tape a whole lot off. Not a lot of overspray is going to get anywhere. So we're going to tape this thing off, and we're going to paint the steering column today. We're going to get that all cleaned up. The other thing is if you guys notice, my tires are, well, they're off to the left just a little bit. But if we look at the steering wheel, it's upside down. So in doing the steering column, I'm going to pull the steering wheel, and then we will get this steering wheel to where it's true, where it's straight, where it's supposed to be. The other thing we'll do is we will see what's going on with the horn, see if we can fix the horn. And if I come up with any other little things in here, I will let you guys know. I'll be back shortly. Wow, you want to talk about something scary? Check this out. Okay, so I popped the cover off here. First thing I noticed is all these bolts here were loose. Well, and then it's a good thing that their spring here's on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that one's loose too. But I think, well, no, yeah. So this retaining clip here did its job. It held it on there, but wow, you want to talk about scary. That'll all be fixed. So I just Scotch-Brited the back side of this, and this is a brass ring for the horn, and then I Scotch-Brited the tip of that. So let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so I just kind of snapped this together here real quick. Hard to do, hard to film and do it with one, or yeah, with one hand. So let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. I hope you guys can hear the horn. It does work now. So all it was a little corrosion on them brass pieces. There's another one, oh, I showed it to you guys, that I just Scotch-Brited these two. It was just a bad connection in between these two pieces here. So now the horn works. Okay, you guys, so I got this centered. Now when we put the steering wheel on, see if I can do this looking through the camera. See our bolt holes line up now. So our steering wheel should be centered straight where it should supposed to be now. So to do that, I'll show you what I did. Is if you look in here, there's a bunch of little teeth that line up right in there. There's a bunch of grooves there. So is what I did is I just went and filed one of the teeth out right there. That way I could clock this perfectly. And hey, the other side of this is to get this piece off. There's a snap ring down in here. Then there's this piece which I cleaned up so we had contact for the horn. And then there's this spring. And I'll tell you what, that sucker there is strong. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm sure they make a puller or a pusher or something, but it seems like I always do it to where I blow a hemorrhoid out, pushing on that sucker and sweating, trying to get this all back together. Well, so I'll get this all back together. We'll put the steering wheel on. Column is painted up nice now. Look at that. Looking beautiful. And no, I did not paint the key switch. It was always black. If you could tell, it's shiny black. The rest of this is satin. Taped off everything. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's getting put back together. I'll be right back at you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. So our steering wheel, I'm hoping you guys can see this, is fairly straight. I mean, it's actually perfect right there, but who knows, when you take off driving down the road, it could change. Our tires, our wheels pointed straight forward. So the next time I drive this, I'll see where the steering wheel is, and might have to take it in, because the rest of it will have to be taken in with alignment. And so they'll just straighten the steering wheel out, and then they'll adjust toe in and out to make sure the steering wheel's straight. But look at that, nice painted, no overspray. And check this out, horn works. Okay, so I know that a lot of you guys, you do this stuff. You do the little things. I just thought I'd make a video of all the little things I did. One, it's for the owner of the pickup to see what I'm doing and see the little things that I'm doing too, not just the big things. You know, the heater core, the AC box, that was a pretty big job. Resealing all of that up, making sure that the selectors work, making sure all this stuff works for him when he gets it back. Definitely want to make sure that it's flawless. And so with that, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you very much. If you would, just hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, leave a comment. Leave a comment if you like it. I kind of hope you guys do. Yeah, help a guy out. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is I think we kind of shifted directions a little bit. I think we're going to finish off interior. We're going to put a new dash pad in this. We're going to put new dash speakers in it. He's going to go with the Dakota digital gauge setup. I'll see maybe if I can get him to get some door panels, and then we'll stop the interior there. And then I definitely want to go through this motor. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because there's nothing wrong with it. It runs phenomenal. A little timing, a little adjusting of the air fuel mixture screws, and it purrs. It just runs. It runs great. The bad thing about the motor is it sat for a long time. Once I warmed it up and I did take it on a drive, it started leaking oil. So a lot of them cork gaskets in it, like oil pan, the rear main's rubber, but all of them seals, they're starting to leak. And so we're going to get a gasket kit that it's all rubber. It's a one-piece rubber oil pan gasket. The valve cover gaskets are rubber, all of that good stuff. And so I definitely want to go through this motor. We're going to put a Howard's roller cam in this. We're also putting Holley Sniper EFI on this, which is going to be cool. So I can't wait to do it. I've never done one before in my life. And so it's going to be a pretty neat deal, especially for me, for him. But I do want to take one poll before I leave. So the poll is, what would you guys rather see? Would you rather see a painted firewall and the color being the same as the pickup when we paint it? Or would you rather see it this satin black, like I've done here and done here, to where it just really makes the engine stand out? I'm pretty sure both colors will make the motor stand out. You know, all the chrome, the aluminum, and everything else we're putting on it. But leave me a poll. Leave me a comment. What you'd rather see: firewall pickup color or firewall satin black? Let me know. We're definitely going to paint this part of the fenders. This will go pickup color. Inner wheel wells, they'll be satin black. Inner wheel well, satin black. Inner fender here will be pickup color. But let me know if you guys want to see the firewall pickup color too. All right, y'all, that's going to end it for this video. Leave a comment what you want to see on that firewall, and we'll get you guys all next time. Thank you very much for watching.